And we're back on the Whacked and Sidetrack podcast. Accidentally whacked that, sorry.
More scissors, it's the snipper.
Oh, it's the snipper boy. Snipper. Hit him with the snips. We got Isaiah back in the crib. What's your gamer tag? What's your gamer tag?
Kessler corn.
What?
Kessler corn.
Is that corn with a K?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
What the
right.
backwards are. No, I wish.
Yeah, you can't do a backwards.
I know. I wish.
What all do you got? You got PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
What kind?
A PlayStation 3.
3? Is that all you own?
Yep.
That's all you own.
Yeah.
What other systems have you ever owned?
A PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 1
What did you play on PlayStation 2 and 1 that you enjoyed as a kid?
Battlefront 2 would be the one that comes to mind right away, but there was a lot of games in reality.
And of course, you're right. The Battle of Vice City and San Andreas.
Yeah.
And 3.
I never played 3.
Oh, really?
Vice City Stories 2. It wasn't Vice City for me.
Vice City is so much better than Vice City Stories.
I never
Vice
played it.
Titties. You want to turn that lamp on, please? You can reach that one. I need a lighter. Give me a lighter. I don't know.
San Andreas is the shit.
Good to sit here with the boys and the kitty. And
I love that
kitty
game.
boys. Kitty boys.
That was like the best ever thought of game made. And then I experienced Manhunt, and then I was like, fuck yeah. Rockstar kicks ass. They need to make a Manhunt 3. Fuck what everyone says. Who cares?
What
if
else
it's
does
pulled off the
Rockstar
shelf?
have? Don't they? They did that Bully game.
Yep, they did Bully.
They
That
did
was a good
Bully, Manhunt,
Red Dead
Aqua
Redemption.
Teen,
LA, there's this one. LA, no.
Noir.
Yeah. They
I've
did
never
that
played
one.
that, but I've heard of it. What was
The
there
game's
other
a
one?
little hard.
I'd
don't know.
I'd like to see Rockstar go out of their comfort zone of like what
And Red Dead Redemption, of course.
of like how things look.
Red
Because
Dead.
I mean, it's beautiful and stuff, but like
Red Dead.
yes, he said that several times.
Red Dead!
Okay,
I love it.
which one out of all of them?
2. Because I can't wait till Red Dead 3 comes out, but then I gotta get a PlayStation 5.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
You just got to get a Nero chip in your brain.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll
be
get the
able to play
PlayStation
it.
5 and I'll just give you the 4.
I'm not gonna argue.
What would you do with a 4?
I
What would
know.
you do? You
I
wouldn't
stick to
even
the
know.
3 because I don't have to pay for online.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
why.
true.
That's why you stick to just old consoles in general, and you don't gotta fucking download the games and fight for space and bullshit.
Yeah, that's the only thing that
I
sucks.
still
all
have
that fucking
way more
shit.
space than I could ever use on that PS3.
Yeah, I need all
And
that
it's
space.
fucking 14 years old.
I need all that space, man.
We need fucking Spyro. I want to play Spyro. You fuck.
That game got way too hard.
It only got hard with the flying levels.
No, I'm talking about from like when I was a kid to now. That remastered shit.
Oh yeah, they made it harder.
Oh yeah, way fucking harder.
No, I had the play. I
I
had
remember
the. I
playing
had
that on the PS2 as well.
Yeah.
what, Sonic or Spyro?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't remember which one it would have been.
3 probably.
I wish I had my PS2 and all
Well, I
those
suppose
games
you could
still.
have played it either. You could have even played the ones off of PlayStation 1 on
Yeah.
PS2.
I mean, I still
That's
got
why
the
I
PlayStation
didn't,
2.
or I did have a PS1, but I actually never hooked it up because I could play all those games on my PS2.
Wasn't it sick how they had the PlayStation 1 had the black discs on
Some
the
of them were
bottom?
blue
yep,
too.
Yep,
Some of them were blue.
yep, I remember those two.
Shit was fire.
And then you had
I
the
feel like I
regular
got a
ones.
sliver
And some
in
of
my
the
hand.
controllers did have analogs.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I
I still have
I
one
got.
of those
Yeah, I
too,
got one
yeah.
of those too somewhere.
I wouldn't know where mine is
I
either.
think it's right over here. Nope, that's not
I
it.
used to have Spyro. I'll have to get another one for PlayStation. No, I beat Spyro 100% and had the memory card, and I think I still do have that memory card. But yeah, the disc was a bit scratched, and I don't know where it's currently at. But get a new one, and I'd be able to have my game still. And prove to you that I was able to beat it just recently. It was up when I was at my mom's. I pretty much beat it. And that's what I got. Little ways of Mario and Zelda as well. Mainly Zelda. Which I still have all those games, but I don't have my system. Whatever happened to my system? And
We believe it got stolen
dude, it had
by a
to.
tweaker. Because her Haley's mom let some tweaker friends up in here, and then I'm guaranteed like one of them stole it.
Because it looked. I definitely made it when I was the tweaker, so it definitely looked. It was part of the tweaker realm at
Yeah.
that point. So when some tweaker enters the atmosphere and sees that, and
They're gonna be like that.
"Ooh,
They're gonna catch. It's gonna catch their eye fast.
my kid would like that."
But they
I'd
didn't
like
take
that.
any like controllers or like the cords to the back to hook it up.
No,
No,
that's
they took
not
the
it.
whole thing.
Listen,
What?
I don't know, but well, yeah, whatever cords or whatever was with it. No, all my accessory, yeah, they just took the system because all the accessories I brought over to my friend Aaron and my games, so they would have taken all that shit too. But just for that system, and just for that expansion pack. And I had a green one that makes it that much cooler. But if you just get
It
a
was
fucking,
see-through green.
it's like $60 plus like 40 for that pack. It's like 100. You know,
What expansion pack? Something you had hooked up in the back, or what?
it's something you'd open up right in the face of it, like right on the top,
Mhm.
and then you would put it in there. You'd plug it in there like Tony Stark's fucking core into his chest. He just did a tongue thing. He was like, "Ooh, Tony's chest." Ooh, I'd plug into that. Was it because I made a Marvel reference, or what was it?
A little bit, yeah. Right, he said Tony Stark's core in his chest. I just
This
pictured.
is, I think, gone.
I actually just pictured Tony Stark with his core in his chest.
Core chest. Chest of core.
And then Pepper Potts walking around.
Pats. I just think of Peppa Pig whenever you say that.
No. Don't.
Why don't they do that? Why isn't that a thing?
I'll snip you.
You know what? That's what we'll do. We're gonna make a fucking card game or something. We're gonna get images. We're gonna get Peppa Pig. We're gonna get all these kids' cartoons. We're just gonna get their heads and make them like a little angry, and then just put them on ripped fucking fighter bodies, like fucking Mortal Kombat bodies, like with weapons and shit. And they just like they battle. Like somebody will make a game out of it, and they'll actually like make these characters like fight each other and shit. Like you'll have like little 8-year-old Dora's face on like a fucking just ripped ass fucking.
If only it were that easy.
Dude of a
honestly.
man.
Or like a female or a female bodybuilder.
Well, it'll be like supporting the trans movement, you know, in that sense, like because you'll put her on a male
I
body,
suppose.
you know. But I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing to
But
say
we're
it
not
couldn't be a
supporting
female.
maps. No pedophilia involved here. We just think it'd be funny if you get like Blue's Clues and all these. Turn Blue's Clues into a ravaged fucking beast with this cute face, though, like with foam coming
And
out of his
women can
mouth.
be
It's
plenty
fucking ripped.
manly looking, you know. I've seen plenty of
Yeah.
manly looking women.
Are you attracted to those manly women?
Not really, because usually I end up thinking they're a dude first.
You know, I think some women that kind of look like guys are kind of hot. I don't know. It
You're
depends.
just into
Like
trans with meanings.
no, no.
He went like he had to think about it.
I tell you what, though, when it comes to porn, like I'm convinced. You know, it's that
You're convinced?
well, in the sense of like I think it was Dan Soder even saying it to Shane. He's like, I got him on the trans train. You know, he's like, cause like, I mean, you don't necessarily want to fuck trans, but you like boobs, right? Wouldn't you rather have more boobs in your porn than fucking guy?
That's why it's called lesbian strap on.
But I don't know.
I like to watch women alone personally.
But you're watching,
Solo videos.
chicks
That's a little
having
boring.
chicks.
I can't get off to a solo
Women alone.
video.
I mean, sometimes it's hot, but sometimes I just can't. I mean, most of the time I can't. I feel like I can't just
I'm very
do it.
picky when it comes to porn.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
But everybody
that's
has
our
their own
problem,
taste.
dude. That's our problem.
Well, exactly.
Our fucking gates are overstimulated and fucking
We're just dirty.
yeah, like we're just overexposed to so much shit. Because back in the day, it was just like you had to steal fucking pictures or like
Videotapes from your father.
videotapes or fucking magazines. You'd have to go on wild hunts and shit. And it was an adventure. Find the porn.
Right?
Ooh, Google boo.
It's like, where the fuck do they hide in the porn?
Dude, yeah, like crazy shit. We would do the craziest shit. We went to a park in Fairmont, Minnesota.
Found a bunch of porn in a trash can.
Yes, that's what happened, dude. A dude,
And then watched it.
dude was right in front of us. Well, listen, this dude was right in front of us. We were walking as like 8-year-olds, fucking 9, 10, I don't know, something like that. And like with our friends, who were like maybe a couple of years older than us or whatever, and around our age, and like this dude was throwing all the shit in this garbage can. This was like sometime in the day. I don't know. The sun was up, like it was fucking maybe kind of going down ish, so like 7, in the afternoon, something like that. We're walking up this drive, and we look in there, and it's just fucking like literal cassette tapes of porn, or like VHS tape, like with the huge fucking cases with all the shit and like magazines and like everything. So like we grabbed all that. My friends
Wife probably
ran
made
home.
him throw it out
Why would you go to a local park
and throw it away. I know,
right
right?
in front of some kids? Like,
Well,
hey,
he's
kids.
probably like, hey.
He probably like spotted us out and was like, these kids will fucking get this shit. And I'll know that like
No, watch. It was all
I'll
like
make
kid
these
porn.
kids this day.
He didn't want his garbage man to see.
He just like, probably somebody else can take these. I'm just not gonna throw them away. I'll just tell
We
them what
ended
I
up
did.
going into a broken down car in Hanska and found a whole bunch in the trunk. It was just magazines, but
Whole bunch in the trunk. Bunch in the trunk.
that was the first porn or naked women I ever got to see.
I think it was from that I got some pages or something. Some like little bits, and it was like some 2 lesbians like fucking each other in like a salon parlor or something, and some dildos. And like I had them like in a little folder underneath my bed. And I was trying to make like a sex board game and shit for like the neighbor girl, like who was my friend's sister and stuff, that like would come over, who was taller than me, and I'd just like fucking hump her. Taller than me. Could you imagine that? But I was like, I don't know. I was 8 or 9 at the time, humping this girl, or 10, I don't know.
Humping this girl.
Yeah, and we tried to do anal, and like my dick wasn't long enough to fit in her butt at the time. She had a big butt.
Yeah,
Big butt.
I like big
It was
butt.
just like awkward, weird, young times, and like she was in like, I remember when I first seen her, she wasn't even attractive, first of all. But at that time, you're just like, what?
Yeah, that's not what mattered.
Girls, boobs,
right.
this, that, the other.
Touch my weenie.
They said I was like, I came back like a year later after being with my dad or something, and they seen like my haircut, and they're like, you look like a square.
Ooh,
Huh?
you look like a square. Who
That's
said
what they
that?
said, like my friend. It was my friend, Ramon,
I think I
the
remember.
guy that I brought over to your house.
Yeah, I
that
think I
had
remember.
the girl and the other friend with the car. It was a long time ago. He was
Yeah,
all tatted up.
yeah, and he had black hair.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the one that
He-
always
it
played
was- it
fucking
was
Guitar Hero.
It was his sister. I don't know about Guitar Hero. That would be Blake.
Oh,
But Ramon,
but he was cool too.
Ramon was like Mexican or something.
That's what the name sounds like.
Yeah, half
Spanish.
white, half Mexican.
He looked light
His
skinned.
mom was cool. Yeah, his mom was cool. That's probably who you meant then. That you remember. But yeah, it was his sister and shit. We'd try to sneak off to the park at dark and shit, and I'd run around with my other friend Tyler. Well, Ramon had a fucking his aunt and uncle like they let him fucking have a big trampoline and shit.
Yeah.
Big trampoline. You know, and like we'd fucking just go hop on it at dark and shit, paint our faces and whatever, and run around the town, the dark alleys, try to scare Ramon through the window or whatever. It was fun shit. Different times. Didn't worry about getting kidnapped and molested, arms cut off, but didn't know what my mom was doing or whatever.
In reality,
Yeah.
Roll
there's
the
still
bitty.
plenty of places like that today.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
But it was at least good enough, you know. I didn't get taken.
I did the same thing my entire childhood. You know, I mean,
I remember we started a fire in this
Running
garage.
around killing coons, you know.
we had cats. You know, whatever it was.
What, you killed cats?
Yeah, he's
Killed
fucked.
anything.
It's fucked up.
Run around, dude. Just do it.
Did that fuck you up?
No.
Yeah,
It's
that's why you're the way you are. You gotta change that. You gotta feel sympathy.
I was gonna move
There was
over
a
there,
point in
but
my
I was
life-
like, they probably won't hear me over there.
There was a point in my life where, like, you know, on a farm, they like were teaching you like kill the mice. You know, like as soon as we start moving the hay and shit, they're all gonna hop out of the back walls, like kill as many as you can. So like,
Just so you know, I am not gonna take advice from morals.
I'm not. I'm just whatever, you know. So like, I did that. You know, I killed a bunch of mice. It was fucked up. Whatever.
That was as a kid. I'm not just gonna run around and kill stuff today.
He's gonna kill you, kitty. You better run. You better run. He's like, you know, why I love him. But yeah,
fucking don't know.
it's a really, really sad
But
story.
did you know that cats that are, you know, stray cats are actually an invasive species and are not good for the environment?
Yeah, that's what landmines are for. It's a lot funnier.
No, I mean,
With the right gun, you can blow them to bits.
Just fucking have drones with turrets like they got over there in Iraq and shit. And you just fucking seeking out these little kitties. You just gotta kill them. Like, you gotta sneak up on them as they're like little kitten babies, and you come up behind them like Rambo with a big ass fucking Rambo knife, cut their little throats, their little baby throats.
fuck that, cut
pick
the
it
whole
up with
head
your little
off.
finger. You take these little baby kitten heads and you fucking like make a little marble bag out of them. and you
No, a
throw
little
'em like
necklace.
marbles. Yeah, look at where this podcast went. Talking about kitty heads and shit. I remember when I was in prison, there was this crazy motherfucker who everybody said was a wizard and shit. And this dude, like, I knew him on the outside. He was like my meth dealer and shit. He like would shoot meth up in his neck, and they think he burned his brain out. But I guess he'd walk around in like he'd walk around with a backpack full of like dead cats and shit, like talk to him or whatever, or some weird shit, and fuck him. So we were in prison, you know, and like they'd let you out one half at a time or whatever, and they opened up our half, and his half was locked up, and everybody was around him. They didn't believe he was like a wizard or some shit. He like did some shit, and he fucking did that, and his fucking cell popped open. It unlocked out of like 1,000 people, because like I don't know, there was 1,000 people maybe in this whole day room, so it was like 500 on each side. And, like the chance of it, that action, it was fucking nuts,
Maybe he was a wizard.
dude. I wouldn't underestimate it.
Are you gonna spark that up?
Hell no.
Maybe because all them dead cats.
Just wanted to tease you with it. Just wanted to tease you.
This one right here is gonna give me
He's gonna give you the powers. You gotta cut off his little kitty head.
No,
Cut it off. Cut
gotta
it
keep him
off.
alive.
No, We love that kitty.
Gotta keep him alive.
Dude, he's so cute.
Gotta show him who's alpha male. Bite his ear.